Hi, welcome to MAE Pro Recording Techniques. In our last video, I was showing how to enhance a kick drum sound in a loop. This time we're gonna do the same thing, we're gonna use the same loop, but we're gonna enhance the snare drum sound. Check it out. Okay, so following the same method we did on our last video, I'm gonna duplicate our loop in a new track. I'm gonna rename the track as sidechain snare, and then I'm gonna trim the loop, leaving only the snare hits. I'll make the hits very short so it only triggers our compressor. Here I'm gonna create a little fade out. And then I'll set the output from the channel as no output so we don't listen to it. Now going to our main channel, if you see there is one instance already for the C6 sidechain which is configured to act for the kick drum. You see here sidechain, you have sidechain kick audio 1, and now I'm gonna open a new instance and I'm gonna set the sidechain for sidechain snare, which is the new track that we just duplicated and created the trigger with the snare hits. This is just a small loop on the snare sound. I'm looking for a low frequency punch, which gives the body of the snare. I'll set this band as external. Now I'm gonna look for another frequency, which is the muffled, muddy sound of the snare, which I want to get rid of. I'm looking for the boxy sound, which I really don't like. Once I have set those two frequencies, the first one is gonna be used for expansion, so I'm gonna bring it up. So this is upward expansion. As soon as it hits threshold, it goes up, and the other one is gonna be downward compression. When it hits threshold, it's gonna go down. Both are set attack very fast, and the release also very fast, so it doesn't interfere with the rest of the loop. Now comparing processed with unprocessed, you can hear the difference. So now it sounds heavier and punchier, but not muddy. Now I'm gonna look for the snap sound in the snare, which is a mid frequency. Again, I don't want to interfere with the rest of the instruments are in that same frequency range. So this is not something that we could do with a simple EQ. And I'm gonna use again upward expansion. Here I'm gonna set as external for the bands. I'm gonna reduce the attack, so the attack is very fast and the release is also very fast, meaning that the sound is gonna go back to its regular equalization right after the snare hits, keeping the rest of the loop untouched. And lastly, I'm gonna do the same thing on the very top end of the high frequency band for the snare, which is gonna give the click. That again, we don't want to make everything else very bright and, too high on our ears. So it only triggers when the snare is hidden. Now let's do a comparison between the processed loop and the unprocessed loop. This is the processed one, and this is the unprocessed one. Now looking in the inserts of our main loop channel, we have one plugin acting only on the kick drum and the other one acting on the snare. And whenever neither the kick drum, neither the snare are playing, the loop goes back to its original state. Now to add a little more snap and transient to the process loop, I'm gonna add Enveloper. It's a plugin by Logic Pro. So this is gonna give more attack to both kick drum and snare. The difference between using this plugin now instead of using before having the sidechain done is that now it's gonna enhance the transients after we have chosen those frequencies we enjoy the most. Now to fine-tune these transients, I'm gonna create a small loop only where the kick drum and snare plays. And here is our final comparison between the processed and the unprocessed loop. I hope you enjoy. Stay tuned for our next video. Thanks for watching.